What's happening? What's happening? Hey, everybody. What's up, everybody? What's happening? Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Val, what's good? Hey, Val. Yeah, I couldn't do it no more, Val. It's not there. So I'd rather spend my time over here and with a new crowd than to, keep going and keep, man, listen. I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't continue to go places with D, what up? What up? You can't continue to go places where you can't continue to go places where it's not fruitful. You know what I'm saying? So thank you to everybody. Hey, Val, as you're coming on, let me know. I know, baby, but it was you were the only one tapping. Nobody else was tapping. And then it's like it's triggered, right? It's triggered. So like if people if you say certain things on there, then they don't do it. Hey, everybody, they don't they block people from being invited. So if you say tell people to tap, hey, everybody, thank you so much for coming on to the Richard Cooks podcast. As you're coming in, let me know what city, what state you are coming in from. Thank you so much, everybody. Do me a favor, as you're coming in, share this podcast out with as many people as possible. Share this out with as many people as possible. Thank you to each and every one of you for coming on and rocking with me. As you're coming in, I'm going to start at 8:20. I'm going to start at 8:20. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. As you're coming on, let me know what city, what state you are coming in from. As you're coming on, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. Let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. Thank you to everybody who has taken the time out to come in. Thank you. I'm going to start. Hey, Jace. Jace, appreciate you on the clock in. Thank you, Jace. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Football was good. Alabama is in the building. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, South Carolina, Agape in South Carolina, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. As you're coming in, let me know what city, what state you are coming in from. I appreciate you. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you to everybody that's on my YouTube channel. I'm so thankful to have you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, as you're coming in, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. Thank you to each and every one of you for your time and your effort on my YouTube channel. Thank you. TikTok, I'm here. Yeah, and so we're going to talk about, for today, we're going to talk about how to increase your love language. How to increase your love. How to increase your love. Oftentimes we go through life and we want that based on experiences, we have a decrease in love. For some people who have bad experiences with love, some people don't want to date anymore. Some people would rather remain single. And then there's some people who have lost their vibe, their vibration. They've lost their frequency to continue to date. And unfortunately, based on other people's experiences, those bad experiences, they lost their love language, their desire to be with somebody. Yeah. And we have to be mindful and we have to be careful that we don't allow our experiences to put a bitter taste in our mouth. to put a bitter taste in our aspiration and to put a bitter taste in our goals and what we want to achieve. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should want to remain single. Just because you've had a couple of bad experiences is not a justification for you to say, I would rather be single than to be married. You can't allow what has happened to you to dictate what can happen for you. Yeah, you can't allow it. You can't allow, let me give it to you again, for those of us that's there, you can't allow what has happened to you to dictate what can happen for you. Just because you had one or two bad relationships, Rain, I'm talking about increasing love. Hey, Ali, I'm talking about increasing love. Just because you've had one or two bad relationships and you've had one or two bad marriages doesn't make you a least likely candidate for love. No. The problem is that we expect, listen to this, we go in dating expecting something. Yeah. So when we meet somebody, right, yeah, right. So when we meet somebody, right, Val, when we meet somebody and you talk to that person, some people go in with the expectation that this is my wife or this is my husband based off of a mere conversation. And by the time, by the time they go out, they've already claimed this person without even getting to know the person. Yeah. I'm saying to you that if you want to increase your love life, you have to stop expecting. Gabi, if you want to increase your love life, you have to stop going out on dates expecting something. Let me give it to you again. If you want, in the parameters of Day Sin City, if in the parameters of dating, if you want to have an increase, you can't expect somebody else to give something to you that's not in them. Yeah. You can't expect to give somebody, hey, Marky, something that's not in them. Some of us go out on dates, be it 1, 2, 3, and we already have expectations for the person. But some of us have expectations of a person with whom we don't know, with whom they will never, ever live up to the expectations. Cook, why won't they live up to the expectations? Because it's not in them. It's not in them. I'm saying to you, in order for you to increase your love life, you have to start dating without expectations. That's number one. Stop going out on dates thinking that stop going out on dates thinking that this is your person. Nah. If they are dating, listen to what I'm saying to you. If the person is your person, then that person will reveal themselves in time. You never saw Peter Parker, you never saw Wonder Woman, you never saw Superman show you who they are up front. Nah, Lois Lane never knew, Lois Lane never knew who Superman was until time revealed itself. Yeah, let me give it to you here. Lois Lane, as much as Superman dated Lois Lane, she never knew who he was until time revealed itself. Peter Parker, Marquita, listen. Oh, thank you, Marquita. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you. Tell him I said thank you, Marquita. All right, thank you. Hey, Christel, Peter Parker Marianne never knew who Peter Parker was until time revealed it. Why am I saying this? Because you're going out expecting something from somebody who can never deliver. You have to be patient in your dating process. You have to be patient with yourself, and you have to be patient with others. Yeah. How does how does patience looks with you? How does patience look? Let me show you. I want to give you 3 keys, and I'm going to the gym. I want to give y'all 3 keys. I need you to write this down, and I'm going. This will increase your love. This will increase your love life 1,000-fold. Y'all ready? Put a heart in both chats if you're ready. This will increase your love capacity 1,000-fold. Let me know when you're ready. Put a heart in the chat on both segments. Put a heart in the chat. If you haven't, for those of us that are on TikTok, go to my profile, hit that link, and subscribe. I want to give you this capacity, and I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym after this. I got to give it to you. The first thing Val, that in order to increase your, Jada, thank you. In order to increase your love language, the first thing is that you have to give yourself grace. Y'all not feeling that. Y'all ain't think I was going to say that. In order to increase your love language, in order to increase your love for dating, in order to increase every area in your life, you have to give yourself grace. Grace. Everybody put grace in the chat. We're talking about dating, Kenji. Everybody put the word grace in the chat. You have to give yourself grace. Yeah. Grace and mercy. Those things you got. Hey, Fresh Prince, good to see you. You got to give yourself grace and mercy. You can't continue to beat yourself up over failed past relationships. They don't work like that. Hey, Sonia, you can't continue to beat yourself up over failed past relationships because your relationships didn't really fail. The only time it's a failed relationship, I need y'all to think this, and y'all gonna be the smartest person at the table tomorrow. Y'all gonna be the smartest person at work tomorrow. Tell your homegirls, tell your buddies. Yeah, exactly. Fresh. Exactly. Fresh, listen to this. The only failed relationships, and I done got my feelings hurt a couple times. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, Fresh, I done got my feelings hurt a couple times. The only time it's a failed relationship is when you don't walk away with a lesson from it. Val, did you hear what I said? The only time it's a failed relationship is if you don't walk away with a lesson learned. Yeah. If you walk away and you still doing the same dumb stuff, it's a failure. If you walk away and you know that person was disrespectful, and then you disrespectful to you, and you meet somebody else and you don't check them at the door, it's a fair then you have failed the relationship. Let me give it to you again. If you had a relationship with somebody and that person was disrespectful, that person was acting abnormal, exactly, then, and you didn't walk away with a lesson from it, then that's a fair relationship. Yeah. I'm saying to you that because you didn't succeed and you're not married or you got divorced, that doesn't make you a failure. That's just something that you had to go through, that God brought you through to prepare you for the one that's for you. But in order to increase your love, You got to give yourself grace and mercy, babe. You got to be nice to yourself. Why are you not being nice to yourself? You got to love on you. You got to give yourself some grace. You made some mistakes, but there's grace. Yeah. You made some mistakes. You messed up in some way. Exactly. Yes, Fresh Prince. Yeah. You made some mistakes, but I get it. You got to give yourself some mercy. Be kind to yourself. Stop looking at what you have gone through and saying to yourself, I am a mess up. You ain't no mess up. Who told you that? So Val said, every relationship you should do some self-reflection and be honest. The part you played. Exactly. Yeah, Val. You got to, in order to increase, you got to give yourself some grace and mercy. Why? Because if you give yourself some grace and mercy, the next person that you meet, you won't feel inferior to. Let me give it to you again. Once you give, in order to increase your love, thank you, Christelle. Hey, Sophia. Once you increase your love, I got to give you this. In order to increase your love, you have to give yourself grace and mercy. Why is that necessary? Because a part of grace and mercy is the part of forgiveness. And if you have forgiven yourself, you won't feel inferior to the next person when you meet them. Because a lot of people have a small dose of feeling their imperfection. Exactly. Yes, Fresh. Yeah, you won't feel it. You will go in without an inferiority complex, and you'll go in with boldness. You'll go in with boldness with two actions that need to be taken. This is the second one. There's two actions when you go in. You'll go in if you give yourself grace and mercy and you forgive yourself, you won't go in with an inferiority complex. You won't feel inferior. Thank you, Michelle. And that will then, if you don't feel inferior, you know what that does? That will then give you the encouragement and the strength to cut them if need be. Yeah. Cook, what you talking about? That will give you the strength to let them go because they don't fit what you want. Yeah. You don't feel the need to succumb to anybody. You don't feel the need. Thank you, Kenji, baby. You don't feel the need to give in. Thank you, baby. You don't feel the need to give in. No, you good because you've already forgiven yourself. Nobody can put any more guilt trips on you. The guilt trips is out the door. That's where the grace and mercy. You don't feel guilty about that. Yeah, Fresh. You got to let them go. You got to be able to cut. I'm telling you, if you ever want to amount to anything, if you want to increase your love, you first have to do one thing, is that you have to forgive yourself. You have to grant grace and mercy towards yourself. The second thing you have to do is that you have to be patient with yourself. Patience, they say patience. Some people listen to you right now. No, exactly. Hey, Fresh. That's what they got to do. Exactly, Fresh. They know they got to do that. Right. Exactly. You got to be patient with yourself. You got to be patient. It hurts, but you got to bounce. Exactly. Hey, Sin City. Yeah. You got to be patient with yourself. Some of y'all, some people, right, Val? Listen to this, Sin City. Some people think that because they haven't dated in years, that they're never going to find anybody. Some people thinking like, oh, is something wrong with me? Some people beating themselves up because they equate their failure or their singleness to who they are. No. Let me give this to you and I'm closing. In order to increase your love, Do not equate your status. Yeah, Krista. Listen, listen to me. Do not equate your status with who you are. Let me give it to you again. Do not equate your status. Your status and who you are not equal. Who you are is what God made you. Who you are is what God made you. Your status is the label that people created. It's not the same. Who you are is what God made you. So you were fearfully and wonderfully made. It's a difference. You were fearfully, who you are, you were fearfully and wonderfully made. The status of being single just says that you haven't united with the person with whom you call husband or wife. Yeah. Life is wonderful. Get out there and meet. Right, exactly. Yeah, Fresh. Yeah, you have to be able to navigate that thing. Stop connecting who you are with what what people consider is singleness. No, you're not single. You're not single. Cook, what you mean? God is your man. You just waiting for another human being to come along. So there's 3 things I gave you, and I'm out of here. I'm going to the gym, y'all. I haven't really been to the gym in a long time. But listen, I want to give you these 3 things, and I'm out of here. The first thing is that in order to increase your passive fresh. There's 3 things I want to give you. I want to give y'all, and I'm out of here. I need y'all to write this down. The first thing is that you have to, in order to increase your love for yourself, is that first you have to give yourself grace and mercy. We talked about that. We said you got to give yourself grace and mercy. Why? Why is that essential? That when you meet somebody, you won't feel inferior to that person because you know that you're not perfect, but you know that you're not a punk. You've gone through some things. You've overcome some challenges. You've overcome some past experiences. You've overcome some bad relationships. To be honest with you, there's some things that you went through that if somebody else went through it, they would have unalived themselves. But you were built to go through it. And because God built you to go through it, you went through it and you came out on top. Yeah. So because you are a victor and not a victim, that means that you've championed those things. And because you've championed certain things in your life, that's why you should give yourself grace. I didn't say you ain't come out with no scars. I'm saying that you came out on top. Yeah. So you got to give yourself grace. The second thing that we talked about in order to increase the love for yourself is that you have to be patient with yourself. You got to be patient with yourself. You got to love on you a little bit. Be patient. We said that we talked about you can't equate who you are with your status, be it single, married, or divorced. You can't equate the two. Because who you are, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Your status just says that it's just a checkbox. I'm single, married, or divorced. All right. And the fourth thing that we want to do is that I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. The fourth thing is that we're gonna chime in, or we're gonna tiptoe in. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Val. The last but not least, we're gonna tiptoe into this is that when you meet somebody, you can't have an expectation of that person, and you just can't. Expectations comes where there's a connection. Good God, I like how I said that. Y'all need to put a heart in the chat for that. Expectation comes where there's a connection. Where there's no connection, there can't be no expectation. And what do I mean by that? There's a connection in the spirit realm. Thank you, kid. Thank you. There's a connection in the spirit realm. There's a connection between the souls. Thank you, Michelle. There's a connection between the souls. And there's a connection between feelings, that we feel something towards. Expectation comes in because what does that mean? That where the expectation is, that means that I'm giving a part of me to you with the expectation that I can trust you with managing the piece of me that I'm giving to you. Yeah. Let that sink in. You can't expect anything out of somebody until you first connect with them. And just because you go out with a person a couple of times does not mean there's a connection. It doesn't mean that there's a connection. That just means that y'all went out. You just went out. That's just like saying I went out with my boss. That doesn't denote a connection. Yeah. Connections, true connections, are organic. You don't have to force it. You don't have to push it. You don't have to add any preservatives. But where there's no connection, you can't expect it. Yeah. All right, I'm closing. I'm going to the gym. I hope this was edifying to your soul. I'll be back on tomorrow at 8. Those of us that are on unfair expectation will disappoint you all the time and so on. Exactly, Val. For those of us that are on, hey, Chris, those of us that are on TikTok, do me a favor. When we get off of here, hit that link. Subscribe to that link that's in my chat. Thank you, Vet. Subscribe to hit that link that's in my chat. Hit that link that's in my chat. I'm looking forward to each and every. Hit that link and subscribe to my chat. Those of us that are on my YT, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Does anybody have any questions before I go? Do you have any questions about what I talked about? Any questions? Thank you, baby. Any questions? I gotta get, hey, it's a hot boy summer. Hey, kid, I'm telling you, it's a hot boy summer. Hot boy summer 2025. I ain't playing it, man. Listen, no bluffing McMuffin. I can't say it on here. Hey, Marquita, I can't say it on here, babe, because what happens, they shadow ban you when you say it. It's YOUTUBE. It's YOUTUBE. Oh, yeah, it's hot boy summer. You heard me. We going, I gotta get, yeah. Let me tell y'all something. You gotta get ready for this summertime, baby. Hey, you gotta get ready for the summer, period. All right, so yes. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? I want to answer. I want to open the floor. I want to open the floor for the next 5 minutes. If you have any questions, any questions. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Marquita. Any questions? Does anybody have any questions? I want to open any life questions, any dating questions. I want to open the floor up. Oh, yes, hot boy summer all day, period. You inspire me, though, Cristal. Cristal inspired me. Hey, thank you, baby. Hey, Cristal got up. Look, I was determined. Listen to this, y'all. I was determined to get up in the morning. So I said, Alexa, y'all know Alexa's my wife, right? Did y'all know that? I'm married. I go with Alexa. Yeah. Alexa said, I said, Alexa, what's the temperature? Alexa said 10 degrees. Yeah, Alexa Cook, yeah. Alexa said 10 degrees. I rolled on over. You hear me? But then I saw on Cristal's story today, she went to the gym and it was 0 degrees outside. I ain't got no excuses. No bluffing McMuffin. No bluffing McMuffin. Yeah, 0 degrees. So I want to say to each and every one of you, thank you. Thank you so much for coming and hollering at your boy. TikTok, we got to do a little bit better on the taps, though. We got to do a little bit better on these taps. If this was a A blessing to you. There's my Cash App right there. There's my Cash App. We will fulfill tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going in hot and heavy. We're going to go in hot and heavy. I'm talking about increasing. Hey, Karen. I'm talking about increasing your love. I'm talking about increasing your love. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to holler at your boy. It is a privilege. It's a privilege to connect with y'all. And it's an organic connection, period. Yeah. You know how it's real? Because I know every last one of y'all. That's how it's real. I know all of y'all. I know your story. I know where you're from. I know your name. I know your birthday. I know everything. So that's how you know it's real, shorty. It's real, period. It's real. All right. Now unto him who is able to do everything. Kid, yours is, I think yours is July. It's July, right? I think. I don't know, yeah. No, I think it's it's I don't know if I ever one of you. I think it's yours is September, kid. Yeah, September. Oh, April. How do y'all calling my bluff? Hey, y'all calling my bluff. I know though. I know. Just let me get my thoughts together. Hey, what's your Marquita? I don't know, Marquita. Marquita, I think you're a Leo. Marquita, Leo. Christelle's July 1st. Yeah, now none to him. What is yours, Marquita? No. All right, I'm gonna know it by tomorrow. Let me think about it. Now unto him who is able to Kearns is in August. No, Kearns is in October. Now unto him who is when is it, Karen? Yeah, Kearns, I told you. Now unto him who is able to do everything but fail. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow I am going to battle a little bit. Yup, exactly. I want to know that you are blessed. I want to encourage you that and let you know that you are loved. Most importantly, I want you to know that bigger things are in store for you. You got to be in beast mode. I promise you that by the end of this year, I'm going to be a millionaire. Nonstop. That's their mindset. Beast mode, beast mode. Everybody put beast mode in the chat. That's our motto. Beast mode. Beast mode. Everybody put beast mode in the chat. Viv! Everybody put beast mode in the chat. Beast mode. Beast mode. That's our mindset. Beast mode. Period. We beast mode. Yeah. Beast mode. You got to be a savage at this thing. I haven't felt like this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't felt like this in about 15 years. I haven't felt like this in 15 years. Maybe 15 years. Straight savage. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Viv. Straight savage. Straight savage. Yeah. I don't want to belabor my point. I'll talk about that tomorrow. I think I'm gonna change the subject. We will tip back over on Thursday, but I'm gonna talk about beast mode tomorrow. Beast mode. May the grace of God give you peace. May the love of God make you feel wanted. May the joy of God may the joy of God be so big in your life that you can't describe it. That if somebody were to ask you how joyful you are, the only thing you can say is, go to God and ask him. May the strength of God help you to overcome any obstacles in your life. Now unto him who makes the world go round and spins on its axis. Now unto him who created the seven seas. Now unto him who created the continents. Now unto him who made crooked paths straight. May you let him love on you and strengthen you. Until I see you tomorrow, same cook time, same cook. Let's go hard. Straight beast mode. I love you, but God loves you best. I'll see y'all later.